Viewer discretion is advised. If you are a small child, I'd recommend skipping this video. This film is rated R. This includes blood, swears,
baby girl.
and some epic Deadpool jokes.
Yes, let this man cook.
I'll try to bleep out and blur as much as I can, but still, viewer discretion is advised. Also spoilers. Happy Valentine's Day to the people who are celebrating this holiday. Hopefully it's filled with a lot of love. I think it's time for me to finally talk about Deadpool again, since the Deadpool films are the most romantic movies you could watch this wonderful time of year. And it's been 6 months since my original video, so Deadpool and Wolverine was one of my most anticipated films last year. When I first watched it, I originally came out of the theater slightly disappointed. Originally, I was preparing to make a more negative review of this film, but when I recently rewatched this film for this video, I realized it was a lot better than I thought it would be. This film has a lot of flaws, granted, yeah, but the positives outweigh the negatives. This film is pure comedy gold.
I want to show you something. Something huge.
That's what Scoutmaster Kevin used to say.
It is brutal and an amazing finale to the Deadpool trilogy. In this video, I'm gonna go through the movie, the pros and cons, and why this is such an amazing yet brutal finale to the franchise. Unless they make a fourth one, which could happen. So sit back, grab your Deadpool Wolverine popcorn bucket, and let's get into why Deadpool Wolverine is such a beautiful yet brutal film.
Magneto's dead, but I'd venture to guess that his helmet is lying around here somewhere.
Cassandra melted a helmet.
This film opens up with the iconic MCU intro with Deadpool humming along. This film starts similarly to the two prior Deadpool films, where we are at a future part of the film that will get explained later. He proceeds to dig up Logan's corpse. After Deadpool talks to the corpse, the TVA appear. Wait, what's the TVA? Well, the TVA is basically the multiverse police. They're the ones who watch over the entire Marvel multiverse. Deadpool decides to use Wolverine's adamantium skeleton to fight them with some dance choreography as well. This entire scene is brutal, super creative, and just hysterical. This doubles as the opening credits, which is genius. We're now in the MCU.
Now, I know I was caught smasturbating in the lobby of Stark Towers, but I can
Happy Hogan appears. The guy from Iron Man and the Spider-Man trilogy. Deadpool wants to join the Avengers, but Happy explains that
Avengers are a very unique group of superheroes that stand for something more than just fighting and wearing costumes. I mean, people look up to us. Kids look up to us.
I'm sorry, us? I wasn't aware that you were an Avenger.
Avengers adjacent, technically. You just said moments ago that you wanted to be an Avenger because you need it.
Yes, sir, I do.
But the Avengers don't do the job because they need it. They do the job because people need them. Do you see the distinction?
Yes, sir.
we are now back in Wade's universe. Deadpool now works at a car dealership.
Now let's go sell some certified pre-owned vehicles, motherfucker.
The legend himself, Peter, returns. Peter talks to Wade about him possibly going back to superheroing if selling cars doesn't work out. The two bros bike together on their way home from their job. Wade spots some strange figures in the distance, taking photos by the subway. Every character from the previous movies, except Weasel, returned for a surprise party for Wade. Wade talks to all of them. They eventually sing happy birthday to him. Wade gives an emotional speech how thankful he is of all of them.
But I'm happy. You know, that's because of each and every one of you. I guess what I'm trying to say is how proud I am, how grateful I am to be standing in a room with every single person I love.
Wade Wilson?
Oh, yeah. Dancer.
He gets kidnapped by the TVA officers. When Wade wakes up, we meet Paradox. Paradox is a TVA agent who is tasked with overseeing the timelines. Surprisingly, Wade isn't here because of time travel shenanigans. Instead, Wade is chosen for a greater purpose, according to Paradox. Wade is chosen to save the sacred timeline, according to Paradox. Deadpool agrees.
Suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland.
After one should have seen later,
It's perfect. FYI, your tailor is a predator.
Deadpool learns the truth. He isn't chosen because he can single-handedly save the multiverse. He is chosen since his reality is unraveling since the anchor being died. The anchor being was
Logan, the Wolverine.
Don't be what they made you. The guy with forks for hands?
Paradox reveals that he's actually planning on pruning his world earlier than it already would. Because why not? Evil villain crap. Deadpool has a choice. Join his friends in his reality and perish with everyone, or join the sacred timeline. Deadpool decides to find the
Wolverine and breaking your nose.
Now we are back to where it all started. Deadpool finally finishes off the final TVA agents. Deadpool goes on a Wolverine fetch quest to save his universe. We run into Short King Wolverine, Biker Wolverine, Classic Wolverine, fighting the Hulk, Henry Cavill as Wolverine, and some others. Eventually, Deadpool finds comic-accurate Wolverine that loves to drink.
Fancy apple juice.
Deadpool returns with that same Wolverine. Paradox tells him that he can't just simply replace an anchor being, and out of every single Wolverine that I could pick, this is the worst Wolverine he could have taken. Paradox prunes Deadpool and Wolverine.
This is nice, isn't it?
Where the f did he go? To the trash heap. You'll fit right in. That was close.
Sir Doodle, this makes absolutely no sense. Why are these random people coming out of orange portals telling Ryan Reynolds that his world is dying?
Well, this movie takes a lot of lore from the show Loki.
Oh, okay. Will they explain it in this film?
No.
Crap.
Okay, fine. I'll quickly recap the show.
Yo, what's up, Flex fans? We're gonna check out the new green screen. It's awesome. I think you're gonna love it. What?
The show revolves around Loki after what happened in Avengers Endgame. Loki gets captured by the Time Variance Authority. These people watch over the timeline, which is basically existence. And a variant is a version of a character. In the first season, they had to prune dead timelines to the void to get consumed by Goliath. At the end of season 2, Loki now oversees the timelines because it basically gets destroyed. And he uses his mystical Loki powers to revive them, and now there's no need to kill universes, and Loki becomes the god of stories. This is the basic plot of the show with everything that's important to the film. Okay, let's talk about the funny red man now.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you're Deadpool. Look into the camera and say something inappropriate.
Deadpool and Wolverine are now trapped in the void.
Nope, I'm actually okay, thank you.
Deadpool and Wolverine have a brutal showdown. After a bit, Deadpool tells Wolverine that the TVA could change Wolverine's world for the better. A cloaked figure appears. The cloaked figure warns the lovers that they are coming. The cloaked figure is revealed to be Captain Johnny Storm. Wait, what? Sabretooth also appears, and Wolverine and Sabretooth have a legendary fight that will be remembered for years to come.
What is it, girl? Is there trouble at the well?
Behold! The head of your precious queen, Furiosa!
The Human Torch explains what exactly the Void is for the people who haven't seen Loki. They are taken to Dead Giant Man that doubles as a base for the main villain of the film. The first thing Deadpool does when he meets her is tell Cassandra about what Johnny said.
Like you said in the convoy, this finger-licking, dead-inside pixie slab of third-rate dime store nut milk can eat your delicious cinnamon ring and kick rocks all the way to bald hell. Okay, people think I'm a shit talker, but this guy, next level.
What? I don't even know what half of that means. I don't...
Cassandra proceeds to touch Deadpool. Mind. Cassandra is Professor X's sister that he fought in the womb. She can also see what people's thoughts are by putting her fingers inside people's minds. Goliath appears, and he is very, very hungry. Deadpool and Wolverine escape on a rocket boot.
What you thinking about?
Get the f off of me.
Almost done.
Almost done what?
Getting my knife out of your buttocks.
They proceed to head off to a diner in the void. After they talk about stuff, they run into Mary Poppins, the legend herself, and also Nicepool. Logan asks for directions to the Borderlands. Nicepool is nice enough to provide them with direction and a nice old-fashioned Honda frickin' Odyssey. Tragically, Deadpool has to give up Mary Poppins. They go on a little drive. Wolverine learns that Deadpool made an educated guess about what the TVA will do to Wolverine's world. He proceeds to disown Deadpool.
What the shit?
They have another brutal showdown in the Honda Odyssey. After the brutal fight, a mysterious figure appears and takes the car. When Deadpool wakes up, he is in an unfamiliar place. Logan's getting drunk as always.
On adult apple juice.
We hear someone in the cave. Deadpool unsheaths his sword. That figure is revealed to be Elektra. Immediately after, Wesley Snipes' blade appeared. First of all, the fact that these two are sharing the same screen is kinda crazy, since Wesley Snipes didn't like working with Ryan Reynolds during Blade Trinity. And Ryan Reynolds was also introduced to the Deadpool character while working on that same film. So this cameo is kinda poetic. Also, Channing Tatum is there playing Gambit. He is pretty funny.
I ain't know my daddy, but I'm sure I shot out of his already.
These are the others Johnny told Deadpool and Wolverine about earlier. After a bit, X-23 is revealed. She is the figure that took them. The 4 cameos came to the Void similarly how Deadpool came to the Void. They all want to fight Cassandra, but it is very risky. Deadpool brings up possibly using Magneto's helmet to defeat Cassandra, and
Cassandra melted a helmet after she killed him.
the next option is to use Juggernaut's helmet. Even though he is on Cassandra's side, this is the best option to defeat her. Everyone agrees to go on the mission.
X-23, what's it gonna be?
The name's Laura. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Zone that chicken and coke.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
You're all f***ing dead.
Except one. Laura talks to Logan about her Logan. He reminds Laura of him. After a bit, Wolverine reveals why he is considered to be the worst Wolverine. In his universe, one day he went to the bar, as he always does, and some humans decided to go mutant hunting. When he got back, it was too late. They were all gone. Wolverine has failed them. When the X-Men were alive, he never wore his suit, but when they were assassinated, he wore the suit to remind him of the team that he once had. We pan over to Pyro. He is talking to Paradox. He promises that he will be freed from the Void if he does what Paradox wants him to do. They all head to Cassandra's base. They all get out of the destroyed Honda Odyssey, everyone except one. They prepare their weapons. Another brutal showdown goes down. The battle is amazing, brutal, and every cameo gets a time to shine. Deadpool and Wolverine go inside the base where Cassandra is. Cassandra throws Deadpool. She uses her mystical finger powers to see Logan's thoughts. She learns about his trauma, and she promises him that she can
Silence all those voices. I've got you. I've got you.
I got you.
Deadpool has contained Cassandra.
What the fuck?
Pyro shoots Cassandra. Cassandra is slowly dying. Deadpool and Wolverine try to save her, but she is a little insane, and she might kill them if she is saved. They decide to play Russian roulette and let her live. Surprisingly, she lets them live, and she actually helps them out and opens a Doctor Strange portal with a sling ring to Deadpool's home reality. She gives them a chance to save his reality. They leave the Void.
As I said, we've got a standard 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. I'm glad you gave us a second chance. And don't worry, Wade and I are a team, so I'll see he gets half the commission.
Deadpool is now back at his home reality. Cassandra wakes up Pyro. We learn from him that the thing Paradox wanted him to do was to kill Cassandra. Deadpool finds Paradox and he confronts him. A portal appears.
Paradox, we have a problem.
Paradox,
It is her. Cassandra Nova returns. She goes into Paradox's brain and learns about the Time Ripper. She heads to the Time Ripper and forces Paradox to activate it. She doesn't just want to kill this dying world. She wants to prune every single universe so that there's nothing left except the void. The portal is still open. A strange silhouette is leaving the portal. It is Mary Poppins. And Nicepool's there. It isn't just the two who came out of the portal. The Deadpool core that Nicepool brought up earlier appears. The core pull out their guns and start firing.
I think I'm hit.
No shit. You did that on purpose.
I did no such thing.
Listen to me, gorgeous. How long does it take for you to regenerate?
Regenerate?
Nicepool cannot regenerate. Deadpool decides to try to save him.
Look, a donut cart. They're practically hospitals. They sell portable triage units.
They don't.
I'm gonna get you to safety.
He's
Deep breath.
Hey! Why are we stopping? Just catching my breath. What are your legs on vacation? You're dead weight. It's because I'm paralyzed. We all have problems. Listen to me. You're gonna live. I'm gonna live.
He's dead. Wolverine puts on the mask. Oh my fucking God! Deadpool and Wolverine fight the Deadpool core in this amazingly shot, one-shot scene. These Deadpools regenerate. They are so screwed, but hope isn't lost.
Deadpool, stand down!
Peter returns. For some reason, every Deadpool has a Peter. Kind of like how every single Spider-Man has an Uncle Ben. The two lovers go into the subway where the Time Ripper is. It is already running. It is too late. Never mind, there is actually a way to stop it, but they will die while doing it. Deadpool, Wolverine going to the Time Ripper. Wolverine offers to sacrifice himself.
say hi to your friends for me.
Deadpool, at the very last second, decides to sacrifice himself. Time is ticking. The Time Ripper is almost complete. Hope is almost lost, but... I know it's cliche that a movie ends with the two using the power of friendship out of everything to save the day, but this scene is breathtaking. The choir cover of Like a Prayer in the background mixed with this film's wonderful score is so good. In this moment, we also get flashbacks from the prior Deadpool films and moments from Wolverine in the film. I love this scene so much. They successfully stop Cassandra, and Deadpool and Wolverine are seemingly dead. B-15 appears and she learns about the Time Ripper. Paradox gives a emotional speech about their sacrifice.
He has risen, baby girl.
Never mind. B-15 wants to show them something big. Something massive even. Their universe is no longer dying. Deadpool Wolverine's sacrifice saved their world. Immediately after this heroic moment, they get Shawarma.
You know the Avengers discovered shawarma.
Wade introduces Dogpool to Blind Owl.
Oh my god, motherfucker!
This film ends with Wade, Logan, Laura, and every character from the past two films eating together. Except Wade talks to Vanessa, and they seemingly got back together. The final shot of this film is of Deadpool and Wolverine's masks. The credits show bloopers from the X-Men films. This film was a love letter to Fox and a brutal yet beautiful finale to the Deadpool franchise. This film isn't Deadpool with a little bit of Wolverine. This film lives up to the title. Even if this is just another variant of the character, his backstory is emotionally compelling. A man who's lost everything, a man who's failed everyone, a man who is completely broken without hope is very compelling. Deadpool is just classic Deadpool. He's cracking jokes and breaking the fourth wall as usual. His world is gonna die, and he's trying to do everything in his power to save it, even sacrificing himself to do it. This film isn't just Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, where the cameos appear just to die moments later. In this film, they have a presence. Johnny Stormcloud easily just died when he landed on the fence on his ball, but he didn't. He has a presence in this film. The other cameos do have a larger chunk of screen time in this film. Elektra is honestly just okay. She is the most mediocre cameo in this film. I haven't actually seen the original Blade films. Even though I haven't seen them, I understand why people love this character. He is a awesome character. Gambit is also just funny. We all know the funny line.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Laura is probably the best cameo in this film. She is not my favorite, but to contributing to the plot, she is. Her conversation with Wolverine is such a good moment in the film. Pushes Wolverine to join the fight. The cameos in this film aren't really cameos. They are more like side characters to this wonderful film. The score in this film fits the film perfectly. I'm not a music expert, but when I hear the score of this film, it feels rough, dirty, and it feels like Deadpool. The scores in the other films are just okay. Yes, You Can't Stop This Motherfricker is really funny, but that's probably the most memorable score in the previous two films. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments. The score is really good, especially in the scene that reveals the cameos. The growl when Blade walks in, and also it's sounding like cards are being shuffled when Gambit walks in. Oh, don't even get me started on the final scene with Like a Prayer and the combination of the film scene. It's just so good. People worried that this film would not feel like Deadpool. Yes, it does have some MCU elements, as the entire frickin' multiverse is on the brink of collapse. Other than that, it feels like classic Deadpool. It's brutal, raunchy, and a lot of fun. You know what this film reminds me of? Yes, I mean it. In both of these films, the side characters are barely in it. At least in this film, they show up. It sucks since I love these characters from the previous films. The taxi driver, Blind Owl are comedy gold. Colossus being the tough moral guy of the team. Megasonic Teenage Warhead being the classic bratty teenager, and Yukio just existing makes these films a lot more entertaining. The characters are an essential part of the two prior films. I hate whenever Marvel pulls out the multiverse is about to end card. When the main thread of the film was just Deadpool's world ending, it was pretty good. It had a lot of potential. I know I hate these tropes, it sort of falls into it, but Fox Marvel is dead, and a world-ending threat for the universe we know is probably not going to get any other movies is really threatening, because you don't know if Deadpool's world is going to be saved or not. But when Cassandra walked out of that frickin' portal and started talking about ending everything, I rolled my eyes to the back of my frickin' skull. We all know what will happen. Deadpool and Wolverine will save the multiverse, since if they did fail, it wouldn't make any more sense if they made more MCU films. At least the final scene is really good. It's predictable and really annoying. The concept of Cassandra Nova is really, really cool. She can go into people's minds. She is the sister of Professor X, and she is really powerful. Other than that, she's kind of bland. The actor who played her did incredible. If she was written better, she could have been an amazing villain. She just sits in her chair saying threatening lines to the main characters. She switches up on a dime and decides to help out Deadpool and Wolverine, sending them back to Deadpool's world. Then she decides to switch up again and decide to end everything. The two previous Deadpool villains are a lot better, but they aren't perfect. Cable is threatening. Is a hateable villain and has a funny name. The fact that a British guy with metal axes with a funny name is more memorable than Charles Xavier's sister is kind of sad. Oh, Paradox. I low-key kind of forgot about him. He's not that much better. In this film, you need to watch a 2-season-long show, every X-Men movie, every Deadpool film, and a lot more. This film has a lot of complex lore behind it. Why does the TVA want Deadpool? Well, you gotta watch Loki. What is a sling wing? Well, you gotta watch Doctor Strange. Who the heck is Elektra? You gotta watch the terrible Daredevil films. You see what I mean? The most complex lore in the previous films was a time traveler dude who wanted to save his family. Deadpool 3 is an event that many will look back on. Even with its many flaws, this film has many more excellent parts that outweigh the negatives. This film is a love letter to the older generation of Marvel. This film is a brutal, yet beautiful finale. This film series might be finished, but the legacy Ryan Reynolds made with the character is inspiring. Well, that was a big video. I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna keep the outro quick. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, have an amazing rest of your day. Doodle signing off. Peace.